and lust.
Lust and vanity are different, though they are often used synonymously. A person may be proud without being vain. Pride relates to the opinion of ourselves, where vanity is what we would have others think of us.
Well, yes, quite so. And the two youngest, of course, Kitty and Lydia.
Are we to be only the youngest? Have we no qualities?
My dear Mr. Bennet! My dear Mr. Bennet!
Mrs. Bennet, to be sure.
My dear Mr. Bennet, have you heard? Netherfield Park is let at last!
I have not.
Well, do not you want to know who has taken it?
You want to tell me, and I have no objection to hearing it.
Mrs. Long says that Netherfield is to be taken by a young man of large fortune. Really? That he came down on Monday and was so delighted with it, he is to take possession before Michaelmas.
Married or single?
You might first inquire the gentleman's name, Lydia.
Bingley, a single man of large fortune, 4,000 or 5,000 a year.
It is the truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife.
Well, that's a fine thing for our girls.
How so?
Well, thus he might marry one of us, Papa.
And is that his design in settling here?
Just common knowledge that a man is a man. He combs the countryside to find his perfect bride. Dainty feet, pictures he will see. Sparkling eyes and blushing cheek. Those little knows how to converse. Will show so it's more quite a face. 'Tis of the essence that my dear is we'd rather come, we all should do to death.
Dear Mrs. Bennet, hush! Your words are mere conjecture. 'Tis wise to wait until we meet him face to face.
To plan a dinner, choose the food, who to invite, who to exclude, a maid of no qualities, who loves to praise and strives to please. 'Tis called a man of all, and with good fortune you shall be. What could we do if we proved unfaithful? Yes, well, him as soon as he comes.
I see no occasion for that. You and the girls may go. Or send them by themselves, which may be perhaps better still, for you are as handsome as any of them.
Mr. Bennet. Oh, but consider your daughters. Think what an establishment it will be for one of them. You must go, for it will be impossible for us to visit him if you do not.
I will send a few lines by you, assuring him of my hearty consent to his marrying of whichever he chooses.
Mr. Bennet, you take delight in vexing me. You have no compassion for my poor nerves.
I have the highest respect for your nerves. They are my old friends.
You do not know what I suffer.
But I hope you will live to get over it, and see many young men of 4,000 a year come into this neighborhood.
It will be of no use to us if 20 such should come, since you will not visit them.
Depend on it, my dear. When there are 20, I will visit them all.
Despite his protestations, Papa was among the earliest of those who waited on Mr. Bingley.
Capital, Lydia. I hope Mr. Bingley will like it.
We are not in a way to know what Mr. Bingley likes, since we were not to visit them.
It isn't fair, Papa. It really isn't.
You forget that we shall meet him at the assemblies, and that Mrs. Long has promised to introduce him.
I do not believe Mrs. Long will do any such thing. She has 2 nieces of her own.
And plain as cake, both of them.
But let us return to Mr. Bingley.
Oh, and I say I am sick of Mr. Bingley.
My dear, why did you not told me so before? If I had known as much this morning, I certainly would not have called on him.
Called on him? Called on him? Oh, see what a fine father you have, girls. But I knew I should persuade you at last.
Yes, I fear as I have actually paid a visit, we cannot escape his acquaintance now.